This is for you young guys out there about choosing a wife and marriage. So, this is on Marriage for Men. Choose wisely a wife. She will be unchangeable. Your differences will magnify each year. Those differences will magnify even greater with children. So I recommend you share the same religion and the same core values. That's going to help you get you through those tough times in marriage. Choose a wife to be behind you, not a wife that leads you. That means you're going to have to take that leadership role, which I made a video about. Be a man worth being behind. That's the other thing, too. You have to be a capable man, not selfish. They say leaders are the servants of the servants, right? That's what a true leader is. So be a man worth being behind. That means you're going to have to cultivate yourself and your masculinity so you can properly lead and be a good husband. And choose a wife that will not child you ever. Like all that childing and that you see in popular movies and culture, it's no good. Don't choose a wife that's going to do that to you, or you got a girlfriend at the time that's going to do that to you. So on Marriage for Men, in choosing wisely a wife, you have to know her family. Why do you have to know her family? So there's this new modern outlook that the two people just fall in love and they get married, and it's up to them. It's not up to their families, or it's has nothing to do with their families. Like, no, that's stupid, and it's probably why a lot of marriages fail, because you want the parents of your parents and your wife's parents to support you in your marriage. You don't want them to be the demise or the cause of your marriage's faults. You don't want them to make recommendations that you get out of a marriage. You don't want that. You want them to be fully invested in you having a family and staying together with your family. Those are the closest people to you. You also understand when you are married, you're marrying part of the whole family, right? You have to take care of these folks. They become your family, and vice versa. Just you become an extension of that whole family. They become under your care. And a lot of times when you're a young guy, you don't think about this, but you're going to have to support her watching them die. And on the other hand, she's going to have to watch that happen to you too. You're going to be burying that generation. And that's also tough. So you want parents that are on board with your marriage. So that's also very important. The other thing is know her family. You want to understand your potential wife's parents' marriage. Now, her parents' marriage is her first example of marriage that she is going to mirror. So, if in that marriage, her mom is childing her dad, that's her example. And it's a poor example. It's something for you to really examine closely of how that marriage dynamic took place in her life, because she's going to base her understanding of marriage on a lot of those principles. The other thing too is you want to know her father. Watch him. Now watch him very, very closely, because he is her first example of a father. Now, what you're going to be expected to do, a husband, how you're going to be treated as a husband, a provider, a protector, and for a lot of young girls is her first love, right? Her first love is her father, and that's kind of the nature of how things go. Her father is her first love. And if he has many faults and she defends all those faults and makes excuses and condemns those faults, you'll know kind of where she stands in her relationship with her father. And that's important to you in your marriage. So her father's failings are going to be either your crutch or your armor. That's up to you of how you're going to navigate that situation. So I'll say that again. Her father's failings are going to be a crutch for you, an impediment to how you are going to operate as a husband to her and how she's going to treat you, or it's going to be your armor of how you're going to be protected and not do those things. But it's going to be up to you how to navigate those things. So at the end of the day, guys, make sure up front you're choosing wisely your wife and examining very, very carefully, because she's going to examine you too. You want to be a good husband and a good leader, not somebody who just caves at every whim and will. So that's it for now.